Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Bardo. Tonight I'm going to be going over our latest war win, 221, and that's a 39 streak. And it was a pretty fun war, 50 versus 50, and this is Aussie Addicts and also Clan Flex. I'll just get a link of them. Here they are. We met through ban. We both put 25 each into the 50 versus 50 and just went for a random queue. Unfortunately, we got a pretty shocking, where are we, Warlog. We got a pretty shocking queue up, and it was versus a level 11 clan, the Indo Burglars. Yeah, they just didn't really attack. It's funny, like we've worked hard to get our clan up and build, and we're still only level 9, and then you're seeing these level 11s that just can't attack for shit and don't. And you kind of think, why? But overall, really, really good war. Our Town Hall 11s did amazingly well. I did miss my attack, first one on the Town Hall 10, a bit disappointing. But Dave had a 6-star war, Dynamo had a 6-star war, Clan Mascot even had a 6-star war. For our Town Hall 10s, we had 3 guys with 3 stars. One of those was a fresh hit, couple were re-hits. And then we had 9 Town Hall 9s getting 6-star wars. And then we were 5 from Aussie Addicts, 4 from Flex. So a really good mixture between the two, and it's interesting to see the war and the two different clans and the different strats and how they tweak things differently. I've had Bando 05 sitting in Flex for a week or so, and just seen a few wars there and all that before we did the join up, had a bit of fun and went for it. So let's get straight into it, and I'm not going to bother showing Bando attack on number 1, as it was a bit of a popular internet base, and it's just, yeah, it just should be dead. It shouldn't be used. Now, what are we looking at here? Queen Walk. Now, you see he's got those 7 deep cells, and this was a fresh hit 3. So, fresh hit 3-star, 105k base, hasn't really completely updated his new defences, low-level warden, but just amazing position of where he started here with the Queen. 5 healers on the Queen. He needs that rage to get the Queen over the mark there. And you see he starts moving it around the side. So at this stage, I think he would have zoomed in to get that 6-point earthquake there. So that clears the 3. Uses the golem to start the eagle. That gets the attention. In go the old angry redheads. And that's just perfect. They absolutely smashed that clan castle. Double witch, couple wizards in the clan castle. Just smashed it. And you see now, so quick, just through the middle. The Infernos are dead. There's not many bombs or anything like that. So, yeah, just a really great read from Dynamo. A few tail hogs helped, of course. A couple of healers moved on to the old golem, kept him up. And all done. Now, what was I going to show next? Now, I was going to show Master Builder's attack on number 8. It wasn't a special base or anything like that, but this was a fresh hit, and Master Builder nailed it first try, so that was good. Which Clan Castle went in with the draw it out to the corner with the archers. Probably did stuff around with the CC a little bit too much. Used a few wizards and a few unit spaces up, and had to get his Queen's ability out. And yeah, it's funny watching people how they react to the old witch clan castles. Those skellies can really overpower you if not done well. Now, what I liked about this was you see a few Valks go out to start off with. That was to clear the side and make sure you got the main force of Valks going into the middle. That's the important bit, making sure you get those 2 Infernos down. After that, it's all cream. And there's Valks everywhere. His Queen's still walking around the outside there. And she's got no need for those healers. So off they go onto the Rangers. And that's thank you, Mother, for the rabbits time. So great work, Master. He's quite new to AA. And he's been performing really well. It's great to have him in the team. Now, where was I going to go to next? I was going to get into the Town Hall 9s. Straight into it, we've got 4 attacks to have a look at. I'm going to show a couple of Heaver Hoes and that's the healers, Valks, and Hogs. Actually, I think the next one might even be a mass Valk. Now you see a couple of archers start down the bottom there. That's just to get the herding ready for later in the war. Couple of loons. Now that's to get that building down and to clear out that dark spell lab. That's to make sure that the Queen's going to go the way I want her to. So that worked really well. Out goes the Hog for the clan castle draw. Now you see I struggled with this clan castle myself. You just see those do so much damage. And there's not really much I could do about it. I had to pop my ability. The rage was well timed because that meant that I could get that into the Queen afterwards. You see the use of the first rage, then the jump to move those Valks along. The important part is to work out where the Valks are going to be getting into the air defences if you use this kind of a strat, because if those healers die, you lose all your healing capacity on your Valks unless they link up with the Queen like they have there. Still 2 healers left out of the initial 6 or 7, and that's it. All over it. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits, old Jimmy Bob there. Looking all funky. Now, I want to show another heave-a-ho because I want to show how I saw this with the clan castle. Now, Muzzers unfortunately only had the 5 stars this war, but he's very solid with this attack, especially considering 28 Queen, 20 King. He does this well. And now, he's drawn the clan castle. He draws it over to the Queen. 1 witch, 4 wizard. So they've got a fair bit of attacking, a fair bit of damage they're going to do. Pops down the poison, fairly good spot for the poison. But have a look at the damage that Queen took, heaps. Now, I had to pop his ability, and he's going to knee-jerk out a rage as well. There wasn't any need for that, but he just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to do it. What my point was there is, he could have used 1 Valk. Now, you see the wizards were targeted onto the Queen, pop out 1 Valk, bang. Wizards will be dead, and would have saved that Queen's ability. So, does well here with old Jimmy Bob, drops him out, gets that healer on him, and makes sure he starts herding out the side as to how he wants it. Now, use of the rage to get through that first wall. I'll just speed that up 2 times. Always got to remind myself. Jump gets him through, navigating through all of those parts in the middle there. Unfortunately, those healers are going to cop a bit of damage. But the Queen's still just going. Very close. Redheads all over the place. Couple of angry heroes. And this is the power of Valks. Very much controls a lot of Town Hall 9 bases, especially for fresh hits. And for my opinion is I think it's probably one of the strongest opening 3-star armies. Obviously, your Queen Walks are still very good. Now let's have a look at Flatlander. He had a 6-star war. And this is a Govaho. Now Flatlander goes with a Hog lure. He did try and use that Barbarian there, but it must have just been out of range. Draws that clan castle. Now it's the bloody Witch and Wizards. You've got to mix it up. You've just got to make sure you mix it up. Now, like that double poison, that Golem does take a fair whack of damage, loses about half itself, but the CC's dead. It doesn't change his herding. It worked well. The Valks go in. You see clan castle Valks as well as personal Valks. Good use of the heal spell there. That gets a lot of reach and healing for those Valks to keep them going. I love the hogging on this. Very surgical with where they were going. And you see, I've watched this a few times, 3 spring tracks there. And to do with the surgical hogging, like, he's only going to lose 1 to those spring traps. So, that's perfect. I love it. Couple of hogs left at the end. Not a lot of trash clearing troops, but didn't really need it. Heaps of time. Well done, Flatlander. Great war, mate. Now, I wanted to show one more attack. This was a re-hit. It was actually the 3rd hit on the base. And this was from Emperor. Emperor did have a 6-star war. As well, another good war. And I did love this attack. It was probably one of my favourites for the Town Hall 9. It's a Shattered Golar Loon. but he does throw in a couple of Valks. And what I liked about this was he did have a small fail, but managed to work it out. You see the wall breakers there, didn't time it well with the mortars, and they copped a big fat mortar on their head. But drops his king down, drops the 2 Valks down, and they open up that wall there. So very lucky that everything didn't detour around, but did hold it together long enough. Out comes that rage for the group, a good poison that's just deep enough in there to actually be effective against everything except for the Queen. And you see Jimmy Bob's going nuts. The Queen's sitting behind the golems, which is working well. Now you've got nothing down the bottom firing at these heroes. So it worked really well where the golems covered the pathing of the heroes. Even Jimmy Bob's in the middle there going nutso. And to get 3 air defense, the blowers just means it absolutely smashed this base afterwards. Only the 1 haste spell left. And uses that quite early to make sure those loons get into that air defense. That's what's going to be doing the main damage. Good spread up the top there of the loons. And nothing's really stacked up. Everything's getting cleared. And yeah, thank you, Mother, for the rabbits. The fat 3 stars. So really good re-hit. I love seeing this. I didn't watch the other 2 hits versus the base. But fantastic War Emperor. And it's good to see these hybrid attacks, these different attacks. Not everyone's still doing the Valks. So great attack, mate. So yeah, that's about my wrap up for the war. It was actually the second recording. Stuffed the first one up, but yeah, really good fun. All 100 attacks were out. That was good to see. Unfortunately, we did not get the perfect war, 99%. So we stuffed up on a couple of the 10s, and we actually did miss one Town Hall 11. So yeah, really good war. Great to see. Thanks for the war flex, and yeah, I hope you guys had a bit of a laugh and clash on.
Tell me